Hey guys, how you going? I wasn't going to post, but this came up, and I just thought I have to. I couldn't stay away. So I got some news. I found a house. Thank you for all the prayers. I really appreciate it, and thank you, John, for the donation. I really appreciate that as well. So yeah, all the prayers helped. Thank you so much. And the street name starts with God. So I just thought I thought, and I was envisioning myself being there, and within 2 days of applying, I got it. So it was the first house I applied for. So that's good news. So I'll be in and out over the next week. I had to come on right now. Red alert, Ghislaine Maxwell arrested. So let's go over. I've already opened it. Ghislaine Maxwell, long-time Jeffrey Epstein associate, arrested. Long-time Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested Thursday on a six-court indictment charging her with grooming young girls for sex. The British socialite, 58, was arrested by the FBI in New Hampshire around 8:30 a.m, authorities said. While I was sleeping, it's now 7:30 a.m. in the morning. I've just woken up to this news. The just unsealed indictment charges stem from Maxwell's role in the sexual exploitation and abuse of multiple minor girls by Jeffrey Epstein as early as 1994, court papers say. The victims were as young as 14 years old when they were groomed and abused by Maxwell and Epstein, both of whom knew that certain victims were, in fact, under the age of 18, the indictment says. She is specifically accused of grooming 3 underage victims for sex with Epstein in places including Upper East Side Townhouse, Florida, New Mexico, and London. Maxwell is charged with 6 counts: conspiracy to entice minors to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, enticement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex act, conspiracy to transport minors with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, transportation of a minor with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, and 2 counts of perjury. Prosecutors also accused Maxwell, a one-time girlfriend of Epstein, of repeatedly lying about her involvement in the financier's sex trafficking ring during a 2016 deposition. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan is expected to announce the charges at noon press conference. Her arrest comes almost a year after Epstein was busted on federal sex trafficking charges on July the 6th, 2019. He committed suicide in August, a day after some 2,000 court documents were unsealed in a related civil case revealing details of his alleged sex ring. Okay, well, he didn't commit suicide, and who's gonna take a bet that Ghislaine Maxwell might suicide herself as well? Let's hope not. Prosecutors continue investigating this case, his alleged crimes, leaving open the possibility that his associates could be arrested. Maxwell went into hiding after the convicted pedophile's death, sources told the Post. She was arrested in a house in the woods that she bought under an LLC in December. She worked to keep her whereabouts secret, hopping from place to place within the US, sources added. The FBI said Maxwell was busted in Bradford, New Hampshire, a rural town of 1,600 residents. Maxwell, the daughter of media mogul Robert Maxwell, who has an address in London, has long been accused of grooming young girls to have sex with Epstein and his inner circle of powerful pals. Will Prince Andrew be next? Because this is going to start the ball rolling. This is the beginning. One of the most vocal Epstein victims, Virginia Roberts Guthrie, accused Maxwell of recruiting her as a teen in 2015 defamation suit that has since been settled. Maxwell allegedly perjured herself during a deposition in Guthrie's suit by claiming she knew nothing about Epstein having sex with underage girls. Guthrie claims she was forced to have sex with Epstein and his close friend Prince Andrew. Okay, I think Prince Andrew's next. Maxwell and Andrew have vehemently denied claims. Prosecutors said their investigation into Maxwell and Epstein is ongoing, leaving open the possibility that more charges are coming. Lawyers for Maxwell and others have recently been fighting the potential release of secret court documents related to Guthrie's suit, including portions of the 2016 deposition about Maxwell's sex life. Another alleged victim, Jennifer Arrows, came forward last year claiming she was just 14 when Maxwell befriended her at her performing arts school in Manhattan and convinced her to work as Epstein's masseuse. Arrows sued Epstein estate and Maxwell, claiming he raped her during a massage session. And I'm very sorry, I don't know how to say that last name. I don't want to disrespect anyone by mispronouncing. Other women have filed similar suits claiming they too were recruited by Maxwell and sexually abused by Epstein last week. The alleged victims were greenlit to begin applying for monetary relief through an independently run victims' compensation fund. Maxwell is expected to appear in New Hampshire federal court via video Thursday afternoon. Prosecutors have filed a memo asking that she be held without bail, noting her wealth, lack of ties to the US, and 3 passports. Several victims celebrated the news of Maxwell's arrest. So there you go. Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested while I was sleeping. It was nighttime over here and it's daytime everywhere else, so I'm sure you guys have already got the news, but I did want to bring this to you. It's extremely important, and I think this is the beginning of the whole thing coming down on them. Also, the Democrat states and our the same here, which is our Labor, are closing things down again. Victoria, the state of Victoria in Australia, has been closed down again. They are going house to house testing people, from what I'm hearing. And all I can say to you guys is say no. Don't open the door. Say no. Put no trespassing sign out the front of your house. Do not let them. Just stand up for your rights. You know what your rights are. Stand up and say no. You're not doing this. Fight it. Not physically, but fight with your knowledge. Fight back. Do not do this. Even try and educate whoever's coming to your door, if you are speaking to them at all. Personally, I probably wouldn't even open the door. I wouldn't answer the door. But it's up to you guys. I'm just giving you a warning. I would just stay inside and pretend no one's home. So, yeah, that's happening again. Look, this is the deep states. It really is. They're dying. They're clenching at straws while they're going down. And that's what this is. That's what we're seeing. It won't last too long, hopefully. I feel helpless because I'm in New South Wales and I know Victoria, Queensland, and I think it's Western Australia are all Labor states, and you're going to have the most difficult time, depending on how long this runs through for. If it happens very quickly, if these people start going down very quickly, you may get some relief. They may back off. I don't know. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens there. There has been a lot of other stuff going on. I believe that Chaz has been dismantled and that other states in America are fighting these free zones, they're trying to call them. That many people got murdered, it wasn't funny. So what happened was they were fighting police brutality, and the police that they ended up making for themselves in their little group ended up shooting people, or their security, or whatever you want to call them. But what they did was, the Chaz actually didn't want rules. They wanted to be anarchists, so they left and made their own little area and started a capitalist system, or actually a socialist system. So they had, even though they didn't want the rules and regulations, they ended up with their own police, their own rules, and their own regulations. So that shows you cannot, at the moment, if you have anarchy, you might as well look at Chaz, and that's what the whole world would be if you just let the whole world go into anarchy right now, because people's mental state is not there. You need to get people thinking for themselves first. Then you need to start arranging for people to start governing themselves. And from there you can go and we can end up with a very, very small government. And mostly run by the people. And that is what the plan is, at least from what I can see from the Trump and Q team. That's what the plan is to get people governing themselves. Being responsible for yourself, being responsible for your family. Everything like that. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. I appreciate all of you. Hey, I got a house. And I'll be moving next Thursday. So early next week I'll be packing. But I will be in and out. So over the weekend I'm going to be on. And then in and out during the next week. When I can get a chance to do it, I will. Then I also have to get my internet set up when I do move, although I do have the phone in the meantime. So I may be using just my phone to produce videos until the internet is set up at my new house, which sometimes up here, and especially up there, can take a week or two. But I'll still be doing videos, but just from my phone. So, okay, guys, I'm really happy that this has all happened, and I'm really happy for the victims of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell that at least something's happening. So, yeah, and I also wanted to take that oath that I seen. There was an oath going around that was to the United States, and I was going to include Australia in that. So I might do that in a later video, but I just wanted to get up. It's early in the morning. I've just woken up not long ago, and this has happened, so I thought I'd better bring it to you guys now. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope you have a good one. And it's happening. Yay! Okay, guys. Bye.